Welcome, Sips and Sticks. We in the lounge, man. We up here at this beautiful facility, XCAL Sport and Fitness.
Located in Ashburn, Virginia.
Yeah, we in Ashburn, man.
Also got a gun range as well, so you can get your workout on.
Gym.
Lift.
Yeah.
Check them out. They got a lot to offer.
This place is amazing. We're sitting in the lounge right now, and this lounge is actually ran by our guys, man. Frank and Oasis Cigar, man. Welcome, Frank, to the lounge, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, guys, for coming. Frank is one portion of a third of Oasis Cigars.
Yeah.
So I'll just go ahead and give my guys.
Yeah, give you guys a shout out, man. I'm cutting my cigar while we doing that.
Show that love, man. It's a team effort.
I don't want to have to, grapple with. So Ron Hicks, Marlon Hughes, Frank Simmons, Oasis Cigars. I made the comment that I didn't want to grapple with Ron because Ron's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, we saw him earlier.
Yeah.
He said he worked out and did some rolling on the mat.
Yeah. So that's the wonder about XCAL. So not only you can come and shoot, but you can also, it's a fitness center as well. So things, and it welcomes MMA and grappling and all that sorts of stuff that Ron's into.
Right.
He gets it in almost every day, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a phenomenal location here at XCAL. From the conception, you knew that something big and different to the county was coming.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I for me, I look at it as being the Topical for guns. Right?
For sure.
So you downstairs, you can do your private ranges. You could go down with a group of individuals and have a great team building experience, all while you smoke a good cigar.
Yeah, man.
And then upstairs is a whole wide world of fitness, multitude of different things. I don't want to run down all of them because I know I was just something.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But you can get a massage and there's a spa.
I mean, from the restaurant, the food is amazing.
Yeah,
there, to the drinks, the bar is awesome.
It's really state of the art. I mean,
it is.
It's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's no wonder that it's situated right behind Top Golf. I mean, it's literally right here. Everything.
Yeah, so it's pretty dope in the area. Being here in Loudoun County for as long as we all been here, man. Like to see this place grow and see these different entities now coming into the area, man. It's super dope, and the fact that you guys have put y'all's foot in the game, man. Y'all are keeping the game in the Loudoun County area, which is great to see. You know what I mean? And super dope.
Everywhere, anywhere. Y'all all over the map.
All over the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. Positive vibes going all the way through the organization.
Yeah.
But, I pride myself off of, relationships and building rapport. Where I come from, I'm a Geechee, by the way.
Okay.
The low country of South Carolina. Down in the water.
Down in the water, in the bayou.
Shout out BFT Exit 33.
Yes,
So we are down there, man. You're taught treat people the way you wish to be treated.
Right.
Now, that means to me, everything starts with an A, right?
Yeah.
we can start taking away based on how you treat me, but I'm going to start it off by treating you the way I wish to be treated.
For sure.
Right.
And so through that type of maturity in regards to our relationships throughout the county, that's what we've displayed to them.
Yeah.
We treat people with respect, and we do what we say we're going to do, and we prove ourselves to be a additive to whatever business you have going on that caters to cigars.
Right.
And we can definitely show you a way that you can generate some additional revenue, and based off of maybe a process that you had or a process that you don't have. And what I mean by that, a similar scenario of like DC Prime. Right. They had a process, but the system that they had, the humidifier would beep during the middle of their busiest peak.
Right.
The cigar, the humidor itself just wasn't there, didn't keep the way that the owner wanted it to. And one of the things we wanted to do for him was to show him that, one, we can take that off of you, take the onus of this thing off of you. You run your business, your restaurant.
Right.
You know how to do ... Let the product expert come and run this for you. And so with that relationship, we started that relationship, sort of parlayed into this.
Okay.
Wow. But you all have been to DC Prime, great steakhouse in Loudoun County. So you know that they have a in post-COVID, they had an actual cigar lounge. But unfortunately, throughout COVID, they had to push everything to the back. But what they did is they created this fabulous outside.
The tent area.
So not only the tent, they have to the left of the tent, they have the fire pit. They have the turf. You can go and hang out and feel like you're somewhere other than Loudon. You know what I mean?
That was the first one where I think we connected.
The first Thursday talk. The Thursday talk. We still have footage of that. We're gonna get that to you guys too, man.
I forgot about that Thursday.
Yeah, man. We came up to the Thursday talk, man. We've been kicking it with y'all. We've been kicking it with y'all for a minute, man.
Yes, and it's always been a great experience too.
Yeah.
So you all have your cigars stocked in the humidor at DC Prime?
Yeah, so we have a real good mixture over at DC Prime. I love Placencia. So, definitely wanted to have the Salomon in there, and one or maybe two Hex, the anniversary or the other. But, because that's the type of people that enjoy that, right? The type of connoisseur that goes to that. Right? But because of the types of food that DC Prime have, also that Placencia bodes very well with different pairings. The foods are bourbons, whatever, right? So that process in itself, man, we have probably over 100 and some odd cigars there, and that particular humidor, it's electric humidor, it takes good care of the cigars. The beeping is gone. You don't have to worry about that. And we're there every week, or every other week, checking in to make sure everything is good. Now, this traffic is a little different sometimes because if it's a good weekend or good weather, they're gonna blow it out, right? So we definitely want to stay on top of it and make sure we do what we have to do to provide that type of environment for DC Prime.
Y'all, it seems like y'all are now like on auto. When y'all go into an establishment and you set the tone, and then it kind of just seems like everything's just running on automatic for you guys.
It feels like their reputation precedes them now. Right. Because you said you all did put that effort in on the front end of treating people how you wanted to be treated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So without getting any specifics, can you hop into what that initial grind was and how it felt and the motivation it took to stay on that course?
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, I'll take you to the beginning and bring you to what you asked.
Okay.
The whole process for us was rocky. So we came out of the mud, if you would.
Right.
I mean, it was during COVID when we thought about doing a cigar lounge. At the time, I was in Phoenix, Arizona. And I was stuck in Phoenix for a couple of months. So we were doing Zoom and Google Meets every week until we figured out where we want to go, how we want to do it. And even in the midst of that, once we figured out what we were going to do, the goal was brick and mortar, right? And because of COVID and because of the way that, the real estate market was doing that period, it almost was a sense of, the owners wanted to, there was more to them to keep it vacant than to put something in it, but under a reasonable contract.
Right.
So
it didn't fit the mold.
Yeah. So that's the beginning of Oasis Cigars, right? So we have to deal with that. We have to look at, we want to do a brick and mortar, can't really do it. We're frustrated. We've done all the things we were supposed to do, tobacco license, licenses in all these different little counties, cities, and whatever. And we have inventory, but no building. So what do we do now?
Pivot.
There you go. And what's crazy is that's the word that we use when we were doing this, right? It was across the board. Yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta pivot.
Yeah.
So what we looked at, man, is at the time Ron had a relationship with House 6, and through that relationship, or he knew someone that was familiar with the owners of House 6 or something to that effect. So that this was doing, first year of COVID, but people want to come out a little bit. So House 6 would open up the back. Like you could come in, get your beer, and at House 6, it's like industrial. So it has this garage door in the back, so you walk in and walk right out to the back. And so we did one of their farmers' days or something like that they were doing, and they loved it. they loved it. They gave us prime real estate, if you would, and we were able to create a very nice long lounge presence. We had good mixtures of cigars, and a lot of people were like, you can't put the cigars outside. Like, look, man, we know what we're doing with this. You know, we're gonna make this work, and so you figure out which cigars, and this is one thing that I'll spin off into in regards to cigars. Cigars are resilient,
Yes,
right, and they have personalities of their own,
for sure.
right? So it's like that first shave, right, or maybe the first couple of shaves. You may go against the grain, and then you figure out, well, wait a minute,
you learn.
I'm not gonna go that direction again. Maybe I'm gonna go this way, right?
Yeah.
So you learn that pattern of how to shave and what feels good. And so with these cigars, we figured out what we need to do with each of them to make sure that we get that good cut when we bring it to the table.
Right.
So you notice that we'll have traveling humidors. Mm-hmm. So we have some of them in the humidor, living that humidor life, getting all that air. And then you have the others that may have come from a different place, right? Different seed, different filler, whatever, that act a little stronger than the ones that we have in the humidor. So those would be the boxes that you see on the table. So we had to figure that out, right? And then you have to look at, okay, summer versus winter temperature.
Right.
You know, what are we doing, right? But I'm telling you, it's a science into maintaining and keeping these cigars just as if there's a just as is, there are just as. It's a science to creating them from sprout seed to tobacco leaf to in your hand.
Right. It's like
Right.
kind of like
Soil.
You got the summer,
Yeah,
you
right.
got the winter.
And again, that
It
just rolls,
rotates.
it rolls right back into the personalities.
So how long did it take you to figure that out?
Man, what's crazy is I want to say it took us about 3 months to understand that, okay, wait a minute. The difference is here. You can't just put them all in the humidor.
Right.
You can't just put them in the box. And I say 3 months, but this is when we were out every single day almost, right? You're talking, event Wednesday night.
Y'all
an
grinding.
event. Yeah, and then you get the big ones on the weekend, right? So it's like it's like that word that you gotta, when you're a kid, well, I'm older, right? So
We're all the same.
time. Older. On my driver's license, dog, this is OLD.
I guarantee you.
Straight up.
I guarantee I'm probably older.
Got you.
Oh, he did? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
I just 71.
You still ain't no 7. You ain't no damn
Black don't
71.
crack. Oh, wait a minute. That's your birth year. Okay, I thought you were saying.
No, I'm not 71 years old. I'm 71. Yeah,
71
71.
too.
Yeah.
May 71.
Okay, real. We're together with that.
Black don't crack. Black don't crack.
But I'm just saying.
Out here shining.
Y'all got us. That's cool.
Yeah, it feels good to be here right now.
No, that's dope, man. Like, I will say this. We talk about it a lot when we have our meetings, and, as we grew with you guys as far as the relationship, you know what I mean? And going to events and seeing you guys. What we loved about it was the brotherhood side of things, man. The perception of unity. And then not only the perception, but then really seeing y'all at work. You know what I'm saying? And how long did that just happen overnight? Did that happen the first day? Y'all always had this unity? Were y'all friends prior to Oasis?
Yeah, so Ron and I are members of the same fraternity. We are Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Mm-hmm. And so I've known Ron now for 11 years. And there was another partner that was with us, and we had to, again, pivot.
It happens, man.
Yeah, and then so we went on to another fraternity brother, Marlon Hughes, and we Marlon and I known each other for well over 10, 15 years now.
Okay.
So it's just it just is what it is, man. We the friendship, and understand this, like, you could be in anything, right? And not everyone's going to agree with everything, and not everyone is going to be your friend, right? Like a true friend, right? Like, our motto is friendship is essential to the soul. So yes, we will be friends, but at the end of the day, we're all like these cigars, different, right?
Not everyone can go with you.
Bingo. Well, that's true too. But I think from a fraternal perspective, everyone is typically with you. You know what I'm saying? We're family in that regard. And like I said, we will always be friends. Right. It's just that sometimes you have to realize, like in a brothership or brotherhood, I should say, me and my maternal brother don't, necessarily agree every time. Right. But it's still, we are brothers.
Yeah, you work through it.
Right.
And that's what brings you close, right? Those disagreements and those things are,
and
it's
so
needed.
And so that's what Ron and I relationship, Marlon and I relationship sort of grew out of that in scenarios like that, right? And so to today, we have a great relationship in the sense that we understand each other's strengths, right? Like, Ron's good at what he does. Right. Marlon is good at what he does. Right. I'm going to be good at building rapport.
You are good at that. And we're going to give you your flowers on that, man. Yeah, that's why we are here.
Yeah, one thing you said last time we chopped it up was, I run my route. Yeah, that stuck in my head a lot, man. Yeah. And I think all of us have to do that in any partnership, in any relationship.
Run your route.
Yeah.
You got trust.
Bingo.
You got to trust.
But it's like, if we keep it in the sense of a sports narrative, like you understand what the assignment is.
Right.
But not only do you understand it, you go home and you study it, right? And then you bring it back and you have a discussion of what each other thought about what they read in the assignment and what their particular assignment is.
Right.
And how it all comes together for whatever you're doing. If you're going for the first down or touchdown, whatever the case may be, right? You know who you are, lean into that, and go from there. I'm great at a lot of things, right? But I can tell you that, I'm gonna make a friend before I make an enemy.
For sure.
I mean, that's just my nature. Yeah. And for a long time in my life, I didn't even lean into that, right? I pushed back. But at a certain point, we just talk. I'm 51.
Yeah, you got to accept who you are.
I am who I am. Nothing's going to change that. So I lean into who I am, what I do.
It's the best time, though, man. Like that's life, man.
Well, that helps you. That helps you grow.
Yeah.
Like you say, when you struggle with those thoughts of knowing who you are as a younger individual, and you're fighting against it. Yeah. You're fighting yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, let's do this, man. Let's do a cheers, man, because y'all's success is, with that explanation, is a testament to how close and how understanding y'all are of each other, and the growth that y'all have. So let's do a cheers to Oasis, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
To y'all's growth, man. Cheers, salute to the people out there, man. We appreciate it. While we're taking this moment, man, I want to send a shout out to our guy Manny down in Miami, man.
What up, Manny?
Yeah, man. He makes some great cigar products, man. Pama. Check him out on www.elpama.com. We have in our possession.
Yeah, we got a nice ashtray.
Yeah, we got the leopard smoker set.
Dope set.
Yeah, we'll put it up.
So you can get a better look at it.
It'll be down in the comments. Watch out for our partnership with that. Hopefully we can get that rocking. Yep. Also, a shout out to Old Virginia Tobacco for always looking out for us on the car and the motorcycle scene. Check us out there too as well.
And Daniel Accord definitely got to be shout out. He's the reason why we look so good on this podcast.
That's a salute.
Yes, salute, Daniel. Salute, Daniel. I just met you today, but I know who you are.
Sharp brother, man.
Like, good brother.
And that's the great part about it, right? I think, like, to go back to what you were saying, like when I started to open up and stop blocking my blessings, I started meeting fabulous guys, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just people that were just where I wanted to be, who offer insight, who had great attitudes and mindsets.
So it's good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, for a long time, an individual could struggle with that, and you miss a lot of opportunities.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Competition thing.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's one thing, as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
I ain't competing no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Say, I'm gonna run my route.
Just stick to you.
You know, I'm gonna do me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. So I want to go back to the brotherhood piece, right? Because I know when. So I've been a part of Sips and Six for like almost 3 years now, right? So one of the first events that I did with these gentlemen was Oasis in DC Prime, and then I started seeing y'all like the hunger. I started seeing y'all split into different locations.
Yeah.
Like there was a time where, you know, one group of y'all was up here in Ashburn.
Yep.
Another might be down in Southern Virginia.
Yep.
Like, so what are those conversations like, right? Because everybody's got to run their route at that point.
Absolutely. So I'll put it to you like this. Because of the love that we got from the relationships that we built from the House 6 days, you know, on through DC Prime and Crooked Run and Henri, great craft beer brew companies in the Loudoun County area. Perfect beer. Those relationships sort of created the Cars and Cigars connection. And I think I can remember talking to Tom, and he was like, because I was like, oh man, we got to get our IG numbers up.
Yo,
That's a whole
Yo,
that's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Before we jump into that, do y'all want to drink? I'm gonna get up one time and get one.
Yeah.
What you got in there?
Yeah.
So by the way, this is a horse soldier.
Okay.
And so, if I'm not mistaken, a portion of the proceeds go back to veterans, and I think 9/11 victims. I think.
Okay.
But it's a great story behind it. I just forgot a lot of the story, but the great pairing with just about anything you're going to smoke.
Gotcha.
They have two versions of this. I think that one is the premium.
Okay.
And I mean, just great.
It's nice
and I mean, it's right,
real nice.
right.
Paris,
So
great.
I was on Basil Hayden for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
Shout out to Basil Hayden. That's how we got started today.
Yeah, and I tried to like transition, and as a gift, someone gave me a bottle of the Soldier Horse, and a horse soldier, and I was like, dude, this thing is nice with the ice ball or not.
Yeah.
Right?
Never, like, it's hard. I mean, not hard, but, you know, certain whiskey.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you gotta cool it down.
You gotta,
or you gotta have,
you gotta get that touch of water, or it depends, right?
You know, you gotta know how to dance,
right? Let it air out a little bit, yeah.
Let me hop in real quick. Show the Oasis decanter.
Yep.
These available for purchase?
Yes. You can find them online.
Absolutely. All right.
oasis.cigars.com.
Good deal.
oasis.cigars.com. Okay, good. Nah, man. You know, I can't say it enough, man. Like, when we get around you and get around you guys, man, the energy is always amazing.
It's always good energy.
And it's always a respect level from the first day I met you. You know what I'm saying? Is that what drives the hunger to want more? Or, I mean, we know, you know, financially, you want that generational wealth.
Right.
I think we're all in that search for generational wealth. We're also in that search for the culture, right? Because the cigar game has completely changed.
Yeah.
And it's shifted to more of, you know, I have a saying for us, Sips and Sticks. We're 90s baby, so we are the definition of 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up in the 90s. Yeah. We live our lives. We live our, you know, our morals are 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, how it used to be.
Home for the lights.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The camaraderie, the partnership, the brotherhood, right?
Party lines.
Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I know what y'all talking about.
No, but so like, what is the ultimate drive, man? Like, you know, again, because you could get complacent. You could get, you know, you guys are
the success.
the success. What's the drive?
Coming out of that time that you came out of.
Mm-hmm.
Directly with what he was saying, was there a mission statement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So ultimately, like we were just talking, our mission really. You know, our goal is to create an atmosphere where the first-time cigar smoker and the cigar connoisseur can sit down in the same place, enjoy good vibrations, right?
That's important.
But good cigars, and for us, we're like that traveling. Like
the experience.
Where we go, we take that. I don't care if we're at a beer bourbon barbecue event, right? Where we're one of thousands of vendors, right? I can promise you that the experience that you get, yes, from where we are, it drives people to us.
For sure.
We have people like Mr. Will Vaughn that I think Will started selling cigars because I begged him. Right?
Shout out to Will.
No, because after going through what we went through, we realized we needed some good people, people that we could trust. And Will has been one of my closest friends here in Northern Virginia for ever since I've been here. And so going to him wasn't a stretch, I explained to him what we were trying to do, and he was like, yo, I'm on it. But that's again back to knowing the assignment type thing.
Yeah.
Will went home and was reading up and was asking all the right questions, about the cigars, and
he made a choice to be a contributor.
Bingo. Yeah. And he's been all in ever since, right? I remember our very first outing together. Will and I were down at a beer bourbon barbecue event, and in Richmond. Richmond always gives Oasis mad love.
Really?
Oh my God, I love Richmond.
Yeah,
I love Richmond.
That's good, man.
They always give us mad love.
That's dope.
Yeah, and so we're so understand with the beer bourbon barbecue event in Richmond. The very one of the first ones, they used to do them in a like a fairgrounds hall, right? And so they had us on the inside, and not only so it's the garage door that goes to the little outside area, and then we were way in the back.
So you had no connection between them.
None. None. Right? So normally when in these events was beer bourbon barbecue, right? So they have beer and bourbons and of all nature there, right? So once you buy a ticket, you can go around and do whatever you want to do. So people get nice. And so it took us a little while to realize that give them about an hour after.
If you build it, they will come.
They will come.
And dude, in droves, these people were coming, and Will and I handled it, man. And one of Will's very first sales, he was like, look, man, we've got like people out the ass on this one side. Now I've got to deal with these people. And so like one thing I love about Will, I was like, dude, we're in it now.
We're in it. You gotta get it. It's time.
Yeah, time to lock in. Back to back.
Go what we do, right?
Stay low, keep firing.
Keep firing. Close your eyes if you have it. But so he understood the assignment, man. And I may have told Will the difference between Maduro, Connecticut, and Corojo. And he was like, well, if it's a dark leaf, and this is on the way to ride from Loudon down there.
It's about to jam in.
Hey,
Facts.
That's that offset right there.
Yo, and I was like, yo, all right, so if he was like, do all dark leaf. So the dark leaf is the heavy ones, right? I was like, actually, no. I said, because you'll get some dark leaves. They're not a true Maduro, right? You're not going to get that heavy rush, but it's a darker leaf, right? And then he also had to get the pitch about infused versus natural cigars, and this was then our 50-minute ride from Loudon, right? And so we get there, and there was a cigar. What was that thing? Well, it may have been an acid, one of the acids that transitions from one color to another.
Oh, okay.
And so I explained to him that, so
it's going to hit that.
Yeah, that's right. So this one had a dark on the top. and Connecticut on the bottom. And so I heard, well, it's like, yeah, so you see this right here, right? So right here, when you start it, it's going to be nice and smooth. But when you get right here, you can see this is a little dark. This one's going to get you right here, so you want to be careful with that. You want to make sure you hydrate and eat.
Shout out Will. Understood the assignment.
And you was talking all,
look at him, man. Adaptability, though, man. You know?
But you got to talk with confidence, and what you know is what you know.
And
you speak to that.
It was funny.
I had to talk to you, bro.
I told him, I said, before we got in the car, I said, listen, you know, pep talk. Listen,
come on, bro.
You're a product expert, all right?
Yeah.
Period.
You've been trained.
You may not know it. Just act like you know.
Trust what you know.
Smile away, boys.
Smile away.
And pull out the cloak. But yeah, man, I think that type of growth in the organization is what we've been looking for, right? You know, because like you said, it needs to be not only a friendship but a family, and understanding that, you know, there'd be some ups and downs, right? But, you know, like Sips and Sticks came about because of you guys, right? Somebody else may have been here, or you may have had 5 people instead of just the 3 of you,
right?
But at the end of the day, this is Sips and Sticks, right? This is what blends. This is what makes the music, and so that's what we're going for, right? And so we have great relationships across the county, and DMV. You know, I mentioned Cars and Cigars, but they were very instrumental. I mean, helping us get to where we are.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Shout out to those guys, man, because they were nice to us.
Yeah.
And they gave us an opportunity when we came out. Like, same story, man. We started doing COVID.
It's so our will is Sean.
Bingo.
You know? Because me and Reggie, we, like you guys, we always had these type of conversations sitting around. COVID hit, and we were like,
let's do it.
Yo, it's
sitting at home.
Bingo.
And you know, we went through some changes. Then we found Sean, and Sean, like, well, understood the assignment.
Yeah, man, run the rock.
You know,
give me the directions on the way to the venue. We get it together.
Shout out to those. Shout out to Cars and Cigars, man. They do a great car show. If you haven't been, if you're not in the DMV area, but you want to come and visit, come to one of Cars and Cigars.
Next Saturday will be the thing.
Y'all gonna be up there?
Yeah, we'll be there definitely over at DC Prime. So come and check it out.
That's the best one to be.
That's
that closeout. So the opening, the middle of the quarter, and then the last one are their best shows. I believe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree.
We may bring our bike out there. We may bring the bike out. Shout out, man! Check us out, man. We got a custom Harley now that we have.
Shut it down.
How big is that front wheel on that thing, man?
30-inch.
That front wheel.
That joke
wait
is
till
a
you
block.
see it,
Turbo.
When that bike pulls in, it just shuts everything down.
So we gonna start, definitely come back out with you guys, man, and really kick it with y'all next year again, man. Because the vibe is great.
Yeah.
You gonna have your car out there? You gonna bring your car out? I heard about this car. Reggie told me
the car is amazing.
Yeah, it's dope. It is nice.
The car is amazing.
I got one thing to do to it, and
maybe you'll let me buy it.
What? Can't do that.
Everything is
I keep joking with him. I want to know what's your asking price.
What's your price?
That's still like everything's for sale. Sounds real good. That's a fallacy, bro.
No, his car though was it came from nephew, right?
Yeah.
The car's fire.
So I was lucky enough to get a car from a professional athlete.
Yep.
And he did his thing to it.
Like a 75 Caprice drop top vert. That thing on 24s? 26s.
Okay.
You got it fully loaded into. You got 6s now, yeah. Fully loaded interior, man. It's amazing. Fully custom. The car's amazing.
Yeah, 502 big block.
Yeah, 502
Okay,
big
don't
block.
forget that. He said, don't forget that part.
He slid that in.
He ain't go LS. He stayed big block. The true muscle. The true muscle.
Old school.
The true old school. Yeah, so I mean, it's a great car though. I love it. I hope I'll be able to bring it out because I think this is like getting close to the last couple of days where I'll be able to have the top down.
That's marketing.
Yeah,
man.
But I mean, I normally have it out there. But like I said, if my mechanic, if you're watching, get my car.
Come on, man. Let's get the car on the road, man.
Speed it up.
Nah.
Shout out. What's your mechanic's name? Where you at?
Boy, you don't want to shout him out.
You don't shout him out.
So all right. So this is the thing. Like for that car, I call him my mechanic, but he's so we have a car club called Onyx.
Onyx, yeah. Shout out.
They came out and supported us.
Yeah, we appreciate
it. And so one of the members of Onyx, his name is Brian Little. He has a 72 Cutting.
They probably clean as hell.
I'll be joking with him. I make him laugh every time, dude. I'll be like, dude, when you hit that thing, that Scat Pack came on. he got an LS in it, but boy, she bite. Whew. Oh my God. And he built his LS. Yeah, and I think he's got a Cutlass coming next. But he did everything to his car. Everything.
Himself.
Wow. And so he's going to come, he's whenever I need something done, he and I'll do it together for a little while.
We have to do old school.
And then he'll typically jump in and show me where I'm wrong.
I got you.
So I have a little situation with her right now. Nothing major, but he's got to take care of it.
But he's doing you like y'all did with him.
Yeah.
He's giving you nuggets.
Yeah.
Telling you, hey, you did this wrong, man.
I'm telling you.
And you're able to work on your car yourself.
That is so true. But that, I don't want that assignment, though.
You don't want that assignment?
My man,
No, I mean, I'll do that.
But everybody has their
stuff with it. Yeah.
So this is like we talk.
but you also have a connection as well.
Yeah. And I think for me, and with these cars, man, it's like, I mean, there's so many shade tree mechanics, and I'm dealing with the situation. We're fixing a situation that someone at a shop did, and these are reputable businesses, right?
Yeah.
Reggie, with the Roadrunner, he's got a story. We all have these stories. So the goal with the car club was to create that lane so that we could get together and
share
information. And lo and behold, there are multiple mechanics in the group. And Brian, I rock with Brian. Yeah. Brian's from Georgia. I'm from South Carolina. We're gonna rock all day. And like when he starts to speak a little fast, I start to speak a little fast.
Takes you back home.
Too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we understand each other. And I know that, Brian. I know you have situations where people are like, "What you say, Brian?" I've never said that because
you understand them.
But I'll create the same thing for him. Like I get to going, and he's like, "I got you, get you." But we cracking jokes at the same time. We turning some wrenches. But he's a solid mechanic, man, and so I trust him. And if he says you need to take it to the shop, you take it to the shop. If I'm going to take it to a shop locally, I'll take it to Tito's in Sterling.
Tito's?
Yeah, Tito's Automotives. Okay. Shout out to Tito. He works on painting and everything. But very, very solid guy. Very solid guy. He like Brian. If something does not have to be done, he's going to tell you.
Nice.
He's going to, and he's going to say, okay, these are your options in regards to parts or whatever the case may be. And he may even say, okay, if it was him, I would do ... And maybe not spend the money now to do this repair or whatever. Come back in a couple of weeks and we'll take care of you.
Shout out to you, Mo.
Yeah,
be good.
Tito's like that, man.
That goes back to what he was saying earlier in the conversation, man. Like, it sounds like you built your network based off treating people how you want to be treated.
Right.
So it's being reciprocated now.
Right.
And those allegiances and alliances can't be.
And it's weird, man. I think that we're in that spot where, it's no longer like we can cut through it and see, okay, well, this person's real. You know what I'm saying?
Recognize it.
Yeah, because, I can tell you, man, like, you'll know this individual up there doing things ... the same way every time. You know what I mean? But Right. They have the attention to detail.
She used to say, people gonna tell you who they are.
Right.
You just gotta shut up and listen.
That's all you have to do.
Right.
And so you got all this clutter, but now you can see, or as my mom would say, all this calamity in the world. You can see right between it and pick the right person and pick the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And I like Tito. Everyone knows Tito in our circle, and he's to the point. Started out in his garage, and now he's got a shop.
Right.
You know?
But that's that love, like you talk about.
Yeah.
Because I feel we're the same way.
Yeah, Tito's
if we rock with you, everybody gonna know your name.
Yeah.
I think that's the hard part in this day and age. Finding people. Because I tell my kids all the time, just shut up.
Yeah.
They gonna tell you who they are.
No, that's true. They definitely gonna tell you.
But always be who you are.
Right.
Don't ever stand on your 10 toes.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that's a moral that I live by, man. Standing on my 10 toes, man. And I think we all do at Sips and Sticks. And Frank, you as well, and Will and the whole crew, Ron, everybody, man. Like standing on, being a man, standing on your 10 toes, man, and actually being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that so much in our culture, you got to be that tough guy.
Yeah, that's a hard thing.
You gotta be that tough guy. You gotta not. You can't trust everybody. You can't give everybody a. But as we found out, and as the story of Oasis, you have to give people a chance to show you who they are, and without judgment, right? Because it could depend. That could be the determining factor if you're going to move on to the next level or not, right? Everybody, like we talked about, everybody's not here, a season. You're only here for a season, maybe. Some people are here forever. But it just depends on the lane that you in.
A reason,
and lesson.
That's what I always tell my kids.
It's a growth thing also, though, right? I mean, I think as we mature as adults, and in our case, men, we gotta learn from experiences, right?
Right.
It's definitely a journey.
So bringing it back to Oasis and how you guys are brothers. Let's get to the culture. Let's get to the cigars. Let's get to why we all are sitting here.
Yeah.
We all love cigars. We understand where the cigar game or the culture was prior to us getting in, right?
Right.
We understand that the cigar game was, a bunch of rich people, let's say
people that didn't look like us.
Right. They were not us, right? And, no disrespect. We're not throwing any shade, but we're talking facts.
That's fact.
How has it been maneuvering in this? Now, I mean, the culture has changed so much, right? It's shifting to more of us, younger black men, successful black men, successful black women, successful women in general are now smoking cigars.
Speak to that. With the changes.
Yeah, how was
that you've witnessed since you've been in.
So for us, man, there really wasn't any type of
no kickback,
nothing pinged up that took us off our trajectory, which was to have everyone come and enjoy a cigar.
Super dope.
Right? And create the atmosphere for everyone. Because it's weird, man. Without this sitting down, talking to someone over a stick, I would have never
met the people.
Ever.
Yeah.
Would you agree that COVID created the atmosphere? Like, no, I'm talking like the atmosphere you all were able to capitalize it.
Well, so I think that COVID created not only that, it created the opportunity. Okay. Because it was a hole that needed to be plugged.
Right.
It was a void. Right time, right place.
Because everybody itching to get out.
And what's crazy, it was like we were trying to be the brick and mortar, running away from the true opportunity that we had in front of us.
God's plan, right? God's plan.
Because there are multiple cigar shops in there.
Right.
Shout out Tobacology.
Yeah, Tobacology.
Yeah.
Route 7, Cigars.
Yeah.
Old Town. Yeah, man. Shout out to all of them.
Yeah. And
Stocks.
Oh,
yeah.
210.
210, yeah.
Cigar Bay Doc, man. We coming to see y'all. We actually gonna be at it.
Get you on the podcast.
Nah, we actually, me and the wife, we coming down next weekend, so we gonna see you on Friday. So we gonna go down there and holler at my man Doc. That's like y'all. We have me and Shauna Mason.
Yeah.
And my Doc is my OG. He's the one that kind of helped me study and raised me up in the lodge, man. So shout out to Rob,
mentor
man.
all the way around.
Yes,
I mean, because like you in the lodge, I've been following Doc and taking cues and
for sure
from him, man. Doc is phenomenal individual, man.
Same background though, worked for the government for a while and decided to branch out. That's the hardest part. I think that not hardest, but
it's the hurdle.
The hurdle, right? It's jumping out there. It's actually making that move, and you guys made that move. And not only did y'all make that move, y'all went 100% in.
It was believable.
Yeah. And y'all believed in the product.
Yeah.
And y'all believed in what y'all were providing to the masses. You know what I mean?
That
and that's
experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's a grind, man. I mean, I think that's the wonder about the combination of us, right? Where we're not foreign to the hustle. Mm-hmm. Like, this is every day, every weekend. And,
this is your life.
People ask me, hey, Frank, what you doing today?
Cigars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing.
Quite honestly, you'd be giving those hours to somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean,
and we all we all have our own lane, as other business owners. Ron owns a business, I own a business, Marlon owns a business, and we have obligations to other organizations. So we've been able to find the time to make sure that we do the right things by this opportunity, right? We're not burning bridges. We're literally building rapport so that we can build a space where folks that would normally never come together. Like, I mean, you have every Thursday night we're at Bourbon Bayou in Ashburn. And this time next year there should be a Oasis lounge on the top floor of Bourbon Bayou.
Man, they applauded that, man. Y'all are the game, man. Yes.
So we're working on that, or I should say they are working on it. All we're doing is providing the cigar.
That's crazy though, man.
Creating the environment. But I mean, on those Thursday nights, you see people from all walks of life, different colors, different nationalities, enjoying a cigar. And it's crazy listening to old school music, old school, and just having a great time. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying themselves. The food is good. They have $55 get you a flight, a bourbon, a whiskey, food, some tapas. You select from a list or from a menu, and then a stick of your choice. You get the pick, bro.
Yeah, is it gonna slide in?
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that you all's decision to go mobile has brought the brick and mortar to you?
See, that's where I was.
Yeah,
That's crazy. So
this thing is real, man. It's like
you have
to be careful what you ask God. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
point blank.
But don't be scared to ask.
Right. But then that's my point. It's like you gotta
ready
ask.
to receive them.
It's like you gotta register. So you gotta ask specifically for what you
My mom
want.
tells me that,
right?
If you gonna pray for what you want,
right?
Not what you wish for.
Because like in the time frame and the way that this is going down, I mean, if we had asked specifically for it, maybe he would have said, "Okay, have it." But he knew something was not
Let me
right.
put this at you, right? So you asked for brick and mortar, but the time you were in, it wasn't right for brick and mortar.
It was not right for brick.
So he gave you this, so you would learn the business aspect and
he
grow your following.
Give us the growth.
So when you went to the brick and mortar, you had people to drive to it.
So
think about how different that would have been if you got the brick and mortar first in COVID.
We probably wouldn't have been here today, bro.
Well, you would have been here, but it just would have been some.
I think
No. We
Nah, y'all
One thing I know about you, and I've only met you twice.
Yeah.
I've only met you twice, brother. But I have a lot of respect for you because you are who you say you are.
For sure.
Every time we meet, genuine.
Yes.
And
Yes.
me
Educate.
personally, for the type of individual you are, we share a lot of the same tendencies. And when we want something, we gonna get it.
We gonna get it. We gonna make after it. Definitely make after it. But I think that this whole process, man, the relationships alone built where we are today. Relationships are just like these cigar seeds, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what they're gonna blossom into, but one thing guaranteed is if you treat it right, treat the seed right, water the soil, put it in the proper soil, water the soil, and then put the proper people around it to maintain it.
It's gonna grow.
The growth is
it's gonna grow beyond your imagination.
It's like a cigar, man. Y'all put the right amount of blends. Y'all put the right amount of fillers in. Y'all put the right amount of binding.
Yeah, grow nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple further.
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all put the right amount of
too easy.
How many blends do y'all have? Is this what we have on the table?
So we had another line, and so this is a debut weekend for the cigars. We were at the Whiskey Festival.
N Stixs exclusive right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So we were at the Whiskey Festival yesterday, and we brought them out. But this is the real come out for us. This is it. We're letting the world know that you can buy them by the box.
Tell us where we can buy them.
Yeah, you can get your sweet tip, Dominican cigar, Dominican wrapper and filler, and the same thing with the Corojo box press. It's a Dominican flavor. Corojo, but it's a great stick. They're gonna definitely blend well with what you do, who you are, and how you're doing it. The sweet tip for those individuals that don't want a natural cigar, want something that's infused with a little something, we're gonna get you done with that one.
Great smoke, by the way. That's what I had. So thank you for that.
I haven't eaten anything. And normally I go for Maduro.
Yeah.
Recommended this one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I recommend you slide into it.
It's super smooth. Great on the palate.
With your choice. Not what I thought I wanted.
Great on the palate. Great. Again, the floral. You get.
Yeah, you described that perfectly.
Yeah, you did, man. It's really good.
And then this is the big boy for us. This is our Maduro 6x60 gauge. This one is a Nicaraguan filler, Brazilian wrapper. And what for me, I'm a Plasencia Salomon, Plasencia Hex smoker, Nicaraguan leaf, Nicaraguan filler. And the closest thing that we could get to mimic that flavor and that movement was doing it with the Brazilian and the Nicaraguan, right? Plasencia's coined this, whatever they're doing in their cigars, so you're not going to be able to recreate that,
it's
right?
The soil. It's got to be every leaf, every cigar.
But I wanted to get something close to it, something that people can enjoy. It's a $12 cigar.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to hit the mark. It's going to pair well with your bourbons, your whiskeys. I've been drinking tequila the last couple of weeks here, and
goes great with tequila.
Yeah, it'll pair nice with the tequila.
I'm not a tequila guy.
I was drinking like some Maduro last night.
I'm gonna test that.
That was pretty good.
So what's your tequila choice?
I like Casa Azul. Yeah, that's my tequila choice. Mm-hmm. And this pairs very well with it. But I had some Herradura Aneo yesterday, and this went very well. Yeah.
What do you have any other cigars y'all are coming out with, or
down the road we will. So we're closing out our Dominican cigars.
Okay.
I know that viewers probably can't see it, but there's a red box back there in the humidor. We have
check out this humidor, man. So again, we sit up here at XCAL. We had the XCAL Sport and Fitness. The humidor that these guys have is just
State of the art, man. It's dope.
You got a wide selection. What you don't have in there that we want to try to connect the dots on is our girl Desiree, Drunk Chicken Cigar.
Yeah.
We want to, talk about that.
And they sip some stick cigars.
Oh,
so
and
let's
stick
be clear.
Let's save that for later.
Let's be clear. We're going to go ahead and introduce that and say, hey, look, man, we need to talk to you on the back end. I'm coming out with y'all, man.
On camera. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So look, we got 10 minutes, man. We got a couple minutes left.
We ran long.
Let's do this.
So
we like to do a rapid fire, man. We like to put you on the hot seat, man. Right. So let me ask you this. I'll start off with the first question. What was the first cigar you smoked, and why did you choose? Why was that your first cigar?
The very first cigar I smoked was a acid blondie.
Okay.
Kind of didn't choose it. It was just given to me, and so I tried it. But I started smoking early, and I stopped.
Okay.
My father was always a pipe tobacco smoker.
Okay.
And being in Beaufort, South Carolina, where we're from, I grew up on what was a farm.
Right.
And so we all had our little hiding places. So I always, steal some of my dad's pipe tobacco and go out and smoke it. So, but I started smoking a pipe. That was my original thing. Because I started again when I was in college at some point and stopped. But the pipe tobacco I used to like, but I realized what it was at the time. I didn't have a palate, and I just wanted something with some flavor.
Yeah.
But then I would say from the black acid blondie, I transitioned into a Davidoff later.
Oh, you went straight to Davidoff, bro?
Yeah. So I used to, at one point I was traveling quite a bit to Atlanta, and the Davidoff had a lounge in Buckhead.
Okay.
It's since closed, but Ben was my guy there, man. And my cousin Dwayne sort of pulled me into it. You know what I mean? Like introduced me to the Davidoff environment, right? Yeah. At the time, he had a locker there, so we would go and just hang out. And get a good cigar, but I took a liking to that late hour. And I want to say probably a year or two later, I got introduced to the Salamo, the Placencia Salamo, Nicaraguan leaf, Nicaraguan filler. And Dwayne was the person that introduced me to that one as well. But it flowed so smooth. Right? Because the late hour, you had to gauge when you're going to smoke that hour, right? So you wasn't going to pick that up midday unless you wasn't
thing in the morning.
Yeah, right. First thing. No, I've done that.
Well, now because your palate is formed. Before you wouldn't.
But yeah, I mean that Placencia Salamo, that's my girl. Cool. I love that one, man. She's a good stick. It's a sexy cigar, so if you've never seen it, it's Torpedo at the burn-in, Bell at the burn. Excuse me, Torpedo at the smoke and Bell at the burn-in. Okay. So that's that, and it's a beautiful sound look, right? The handcrafting on that cigar is amazing.
Gotcha.
But it goes with the flow of that stick. That's a real silky, smooth.
For those that don't know, what's the market price for one of those cigars?
21 and up.
Okay. Worth every dime. Okay. If you're a cigar smoker and you haven't had a Salomon, I don't think you really live in the cigar game.
From foot to cap.
Yeah, I got you.
It's a great
beautiful ride, man.
Yeah, beautiful ride. And then what's crazy is the hex. The hex is made out of the same stick, right? It's a Nicaraguan leaf, Nicaraguan filler, but it's just wrapped a little tighter.
Bigger gauge, right?
Yeah, bigger gauge. Totally different ride.
Yep.
Where is Oasis in 5 years?
In 5 years?
Globally? Nationally?
I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to say globally because it's definitely going to be national. It's definitely going to be a national brand. Yes.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
It's dope. No, that's great.
The way we do this, this needs to be recreated in other places, right?
So you guys looking for ambassadors? Are y'all looking for brand ambassadors?
I think that's what we call them. Brand ambassadors, but at the end of the day, right?
It's all about that part.
Yeah, we're gonna do it the right way. We like.
So you talking franchise?
Yes. We. So I put it to you like this: we, out of the adversity of what we went through when we first started with the other partner, we realized a couple of things, and with bringing in Marlon Hughes, we have all of our legal stuff tightened.
Yeah.
We are escort now.
Nice.
We're all about building this with a great foundation so it can hold up what we're about to put on top of it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's about your last name because you got people you think about on the back end that you building this for.
Right.
Sure.
Right. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I think that in 5 years, bro, yeah, we will be a national brand. We're gonna know about us in several markets.
Nice.
So
it's dope, man.
No doubt.
It's dope. I don't have a rapid fire question for you, but I guess for those that don't know or maybe aren't local to the DMV area, what events do you have coming up? I guess maybe in the next month. Can you?
Yeah. So we have the Cars and Cigars close out.
That's November 5th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then November, I want to say, what's this Saturday? The 12th.
The 12th, the following Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we at Dynasty. And I can't remember what foundation they're doing this for. So Dynasty, please forgive me, but come out and support Dynasty's initiative.
Where are they located?
They're actually in off of One Loudon.
Okay.
In Industrial Park, just behind One Loudon.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And all this information can be found at
oasis.cigars.com, on Instagram and on the World Wide Web.
That's dope, man.
Please show this man some love.
Yeah, absolutely. What
This is
y'all
my
doing?
second time meeting him, and it's a good dude. It's a good dude.
Thank you.
The brand, the Oasis brand is a good. They allowed us to piggyback with them last year through Cars and Cigars, and we can't thank you enough for that.
Absolutely.
We appreciate the opportunity. We appreciate the brotherhood and partnership and the love that you've always shown us. For all of y'all, Ron, Will, thanks for being here, Will. I want to say one thing. I hope out of Sips and Sticks, we want to make sure that we are capturing what it takes, the entrepreneurship, the thought process, but also the love behind it. Mm-hmm. And you're epitome of that for your company, man.
Thank you.
We appreciate the realness that you've always given us, and we just want y'all to continue. And again, we applaud y'all to the success you've had and the love you guys receive, because it's necessary. Y'all need it.
Thank you. And we applaud you guys too, man, for just creating the platform. The content's always on point.
Yes, sir.
And from day one when you and I met, it's always been like that. So just that mutual push for one another. So yeah, man,
yes, sir.
That's big, dog. Appreciate it for sure.
Definitely want to thank you for taking the time.
Our pleasure.
We know.
Our pleasure.
As you get older, time's the one thing you can't get back.
Word.
That's right.
So I appreciate you taking the time to come and sit down with us again.
And always being reliable.
Yeah. Easy. You got us into this facility, man. We want to thank you for that. And, we want our viewers, man, again, make sure you go to YouTube, man. Check us out, man. We Sips and Sticks. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. Follow us for the notifications. We got a lot more coming to you guys, content-wise. We're going to probably team up with these guys, hopefully, all next year.
For sure, because I'd like to get the whole team.
Word,
yeah,
word,
definitely. The Marlon couldn't be here because of volleyball, I believe.
Family first is our
soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ron had a volleyball practice he had to take.
We understand, man. Life,
and those kids, they're kids, man. They're phenomenal kids. They doing great things in the sports that they're doing, but also academically.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the example, though. I mean, that's it, right? I mean, yeah.
Shout out to Marlon. Shout out to Ron. Sorry you guys couldn't be here, but Frank held it down.
He did.
Guys, y'all got anything else for?
No, I'm good.
I just want to say to the viewers, we appreciate y'all for watching this, for supporting us. We ask that you continue to. If you got any ideas, drop them down in the comments. We're going to bring you what you want.
Right.
We're going to do us, because this is stuff we want. Talking to good people, smoking a good cigar, having a nice drink. But we want to know what you want to talk about.
Yeah. And also, make sure you follow us on all platforms. You'll be able to hear this, see this. We're on all podcasting platforms.
Apple, Spotify,
everything. You name it, we out.
Search us, Sips and Sticks. Check us out on our Facebook page, man. We're Sips and Sticks. Check us out. We do a lot of generational wealth conversations during the winter. So we have 2 seasons, like we talked about. During the winter, we try to tap into the financial and just getting our mind right and set for the following year. So we got a lot of things going on, a lot of live calls that us guys, the guys from Sips and Sticks, we're going to do. So make sure you check us out there. Check us out on Instagram, Sips and Sticks _podcast. This is where we'll put up some clips. You can check us out there. Also, Sips and Sticks, _ Sips _ N _ _ on our Instagram as well.
Basically, we everywhere.
We everywhere. Yo, we
trying to be.
We are the digital version of Oasis.
Yeah. we gonna be in the streets next year. We gonna be out next year.
Run your route.
Please check us out. Anybody else got anything else?
Throw it up. I'll get you.
Y'all brothers got anything else for the team?
No, I do not.
No, I had a dope time, man.
Yeah,
Great
dope time. Let's give
Everybody.
A round of applause, man, and we gonna holler at y'all later.
All right, we appreciate y'all.
We out.
That's it.
Peace.